Fame and fortune may seem to protect people from life's harsh realities, but tragedy can strike anyone, no matter their status. Throughout history, several iconic celebrities have tragically lost their lives in sudden, unexpected accidents. Today, we remember 24 of these beloved stars, whose untimely deaths shocked the world. 1. James Dean, 1931–1955. James Dean was one of Hollywood's brightest rising stars when he met his tragic fate. On September 30th, 1955, the 24-year-old was killed in a car crash while driving his Porsche 550 Spyder on a California highway. Dean had starred in only 3 films, including Rebel Without a Cause, but his untimely death cemented his status as a cultural icon. 2. Princess Diana, 1961–1997. On August 31, 1997, the world was shocked by the death of Princess Diana, who was killed in a car crash in Paris. The vehicle she was in, driven by a chauffeur, was fleeing from paparazzi when it crashed into a pillar in a tunnel. Diana's passing at the age of 36 deeply affected millions worldwide, and she remains a beloved figure to this day. 3. Paul Walker, 1973–2013. Paul Walker, best known for his role in the Fast and Furious film franchise, tragically died in a car accident on November 30, 2013. Walker was a passenger in a high-performance car that lost control and crashed into a tree, bursting into flames. At just 40 years old, Walker's death left fans and co-stars mourning the loss of a kind-hearted star. 4. Aaliyah, 1979–2001. R&B singer and actress Aaliyah was only 22 years old when she tragically died in a plane crash. On August 25, 2001, the small aircraft carrying Aaliyah and several others crashed shortly after takeoff from the Bahamas. The crash was attributed to an overloaded plane and a pilot unqualified to fly the aircraft, devastating fans of the rising star. 5. Kobe Bryant, 1978–2020. NBA legend Kobe Bryant was killed in a helicopter crash on January 26, 2020, along with his daughter Gianna and 7 others. The crash occurred in Calabasas, California, amid foggy weather conditions. Bryant's death at the age of 41 shocked the sports world and beyond, as he was one of the most beloved and accomplished basketball players of all time. 6. John Denver, 1943–1997. Folk musician John Denver was an accomplished pilot, but he tragically lost his life in a plane crash on October 12, 1997. Denver was flying a small experimental aircraft off the coast of California when it crashed into the ocean. Denver was 53 years old at the time, and his death left fans mourning the loss of the voice behind classics like Take Me Home, Country Roads. 7. Buddy Holly, 1936–1959. On February 3, 1959, rock and roll legend Buddy Holly was killed in a plane crash, a day that became known as the day the music died. Holly, along with fellow musicians Richie Valens and J.P. the Big Bopper. Richardson was aboard a small plane that crashed in Iowa during a snowstorm. Holly was just 22 years old, yet his music continues to influence artists today. 8. Richie Valens, 1941–1959. Richie Valens, another pioneer of early rock and roll, died alongside Buddy Holly in the infamous 1959 plane crash. At only 17 years old, Valens had already achieved significant fame with hits like La Bamba and Donna. His life and career were tragically cut short, but his legacy remains alive through his timeless music. 9. J.P. the Big Bopper. Richardson, 1930–1959. J.P. Richardson, better known as the Big Bopper, also lost his life in the 1959 plane crash that claimed Buddy Holly and Richie Valens. Richardson was a prominent DJ and singer, known for his hit song, Chantilly Lace. The crash took his life at just 28 years old, robbing the world of another key figure in the rock and roll era. 10. Steve Irwin, 1962–2006. Australian wildlife expert Steve Irwin, known worldwide as the crocodile hunter, died tragically on September 4, 2006. Irwin was filming a documentary in the Great Barrier Reef when he was stung by a stingray, causing a fatal injury to his heart. At 44 years old, Irwin left behind a legacy of conservation and education, remembered fondly for his love of animals. 11. Grace Kelly, 1929–1982. Hollywood icon turned Princess of Monaco, Grace Kelly, died on September 14, 1982, in a car crash. Kelly was driving with her daughter when she suffered a stroke and lost control of the vehicle, which plunged off a mountain road in Monaco. She was 52 years old, and her death shocked both the world of cinema and royalty. 12. James Horner, 1953–2015. Academy Award-winning composer James Horner, known for his work on Titanic and Avatar, tragically died in a plane crash on June 22, 2015. Horner was piloting his private plane when it crashed in Southern California, taking his life at the age of 61. His memorable film scores continue to touch audiences worldwide. 13. Anton Yelchin, 1989–2016. Anton Yelchin, a talented young actor known for his role as Chekhov in the Star Trek reboot films, died in a freak accident at his home on June 19, 2016. Yelchin was pinned against a brick pillar by his own car after it rolled backward down his driveway. The 27-year-old's tragic death sent shockwaves through Hollywood, as he had been one of the industry's most promising stars. 14. Patsy Cline, 1932–1963. Country music star Patsy Cline died in a plane crash on March 5, 1963, while flying home to Nashville from a concert. The small plane encountered bad weather and crashed in Tennessee, killing Cline at the age of 30. Known for hits like Crazy and I Fall to Pieces, Cline's legacy as one of the greatest female vocalists in country music history remains strong. 15. Roberto Clemente, 1934–1972. Baseball Hall of Famer. Roberto Clemente died in a plane crash on December 31, 1972, while delivering aid to earthquake victims in Nicaragua. The overloaded plane crashed shortly after takeoff, and Clemente's body was never recovered. He was 38 years old and remains a revered figure both for his athletic achievements and his humanitarian efforts. 16. Jane Mansfield, 1933–1967. Actress and sex symbol Jane Mansfield was killed in a car crash on June 29, 1967. Mansfield was traveling to New Orleans when her car collided with the rear of a truck. She was 34 years old at the time of the crash. Despite her tragic death, Mansfield's influence on popular culture remains strong, and she is often remembered as a larger-than-life personality. 17. David Carradine, 1936–2009. Actor David Carradine, known for his roles in Kung Fu and Kill Bill, was found dead under mysterious circumstances in Bangkok, Thailand, in 2009. Initially thought to be a suicide, the circumstances later pointed to a tragic accidental death involving autoerotic asphyxiation. He was 72 years old at the time, and his death shocked the entertainment world. 18. Cliff Burton, 1962–1986. Metallica's bassist Cliff Burton died in a tragic bus accident on September 27, 1986, while the band was touring in Sweden. The tour bus skidded on icy roads, and Burton was thrown from the vehicle, dying instantly. At just 24 years old, Burton was considered one of the greatest bassists in rock, and his influence on Metallica and heavy metal music is still felt today. 19. Lisa Lopes, 1971–2002. Lisa Left Eye. Lopes, a member of the groundbreaking R&B group TLC, died in a car accident on April 25, 2002, in Honduras. Lopes was on a spiritual retreat when she lost control of the vehicle she was driving, resulting in a fatal crash. She was 30 years old and left behind a legacy as a creative and influential artist. 20. Ryan Dunn, 1977–2011. Ryan Dunn, a star of Jackass, died in a car accident on June 20, 2011. Dunn was driving at high speeds when he lost control of his car, crashing into a tree and killing both himself and his passenger. At 34 years old, Dunn's death was a devastating loss for fans of the Jackass franchise, where he was known for his daring stunts and irreverent humor. 21. Corey Little, 1972–2006. New York Yankees pitcher Corey Little died in a plane crash on October 11, 2006. Little was piloting a small aircraft when it crashed into a high-rise building in New York City. The 34-year-old's death raised concerns about airplane safety for athletes, and it remains a tragic moment in the history of Major League Baseball. 22. Jenny Rivera, 1969–2012. Mexican-American singer Jenny Rivera was killed in a plane crash on December 9, 2012. Rivera was traveling in a private jet when it crashed in northern Mexico, killing everyone on board. She was 43 years old and had become one of the most prominent voices in Latin music, leaving behind a significant legacy in both music and television. 23. Bruce Lee, 1940–1973. Bruce Lee, the martial arts legend and film star, died at the age of 32 under mysterious circumstances on July 20, 1973. While his death was officially ruled as cerebral edema, possibly caused by a reaction to pain medication, many speculated about foul play or an accidental overdose. His sudden death shocked the world, but Lee's influence on martial arts and cinema remains timeless. 24. Sharon Tate, 1943–1969. Actress Sharon Tate was tragically murdered in 1969, along with 4 others, by followers of Charles Manson. Tate, who was 8 months pregnant at the time, was a rising star in Hollywood, known for her beauty and talent. Her death at the age of 26 became one of the most notorious crimes in American history, leaving a lasting impact on Hollywood and the culture of the 1960s. These 24 celebrities left a lasting legacy, each one touching the world in their unique way. Though their lives were cut tragically short by accidents, their contributions to entertainment, sports, and culture endure. While their passing reminds us of the fragility of life, their stories inspire millions and ensure they will never be forgotten.